What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another fresh commentary. Now guys, with God of War Ragnarok releasing, the one thing everyone's been asking is if the game will come to PC. Because if you didn't know, God of War 4, or God of War 2018 I should say, got ported to PC at the beginning of the year in January. And that's making people really wonder if the second God of War game for this generation will also come to PC in January. Because the last one recently came out not too long ago, early on in the year, and now everyone thinks it's coming to PC in 2 months like the last game. But that wouldn't really make any sense because we all know the game is a timed exclusive on the PS4 and 5. Sony always does this to maximize sales and then brings their games over to PC after the hype surrounding the game has died out, just to get more people talking about the game again. It also adds more people into the community and maximizes that sweet PC revenue. And the way they do that is by always scaling up the price too when porting a game. Like half of the time it's never retail, the initial value of the game on PlayStation that costs like 20% less than what they end up selling it for on PC. They'll add like a few extra content like skins for Atreus or Kratos, maybe weapon bonuses or even a DLC, and bring up the price to like 80 or even 100 instead of 60. It's mad. But I mean, hey, it works. We all buy into it. So don't expect God of War Ragnarok when it comes to PC to be so cheap. And the way I see it, that's the route the devs intend to take with God of War Ragnarok. That's what Sony has been doing with every one of their exclusives at this point, especially Spider-Man. It would be a bad business move to drop the game the day the game comes out on the PS4 and 5, because then players, even PlayStation owners, will not bother to pick up the game on PlayStation. They'll just get it on PC because it'll run smoother at a higher frame rate and look better because of how much PC can handle. Also, not to mention the mods. The mods in the first game when that dropped were crazy, so imagine Ragnarok. So if the game dropped on PC at the same time it dropped on PlayStation, everybody would buy it on PC. I know some people who even picked up a PS5 just to play this game. It's one of Sony's biggest exclusives. So if they were to release it on PC the same day it releases on their consoles, not only will people buy it on PC instead of PlayStation, but I'm pretty sure the demand for PS5 sales won't be the same. So if Sony even plans on bringing the game to PC, it makes sense it won't release the same day as PlayStation. Just wanted to clear that up because a lot of people are confused as to why they can't just drop the game the same time it releases on the PS4 and 5. I completely understand why they're so silent with the PC release of Ragnarok. They want to maximize sales on their console first, then drop the game on Steam and Epic Games later on. Maybe even trick people into thinking it will never come out on PC. So like I said before, they could just buy a PlayStation just to play this game. So that's why God of War Ragnarok isn't out on PC yet, and why the game only came out on the PS4 and 5, even though the last game recently came out on PC. And that's why everybody's speculating and trying to predict when this game is going to come out, or if it even is going to come out. But take my word for it, the way I see it, when the hype tiles down, because it's definitely going to happen, but not anytime soon, because the game is just far too massive right now, but when it does, then everyone will be able to get their hands on it on a completely different platform. And I'm gonna be real with you, that's not gonna happen until a year or two, because everyone's saying January just because the last game came out in early January of this year. But man, that PC release alone took 4 years. The original release date for the previous God of War was back in 2018, but it makes sense why people would think the game is coming out so early. I mean, PlayStation has been absolutely crushing it with their PC ports, practically pushing every game they got on Steam at this point. So I get why everyone thinks the game will come out on PC in less than 2 months. But looking over every PC port we got from Sony in the past, I doubt that's gonna happen. Yes, I know they're being a bit too silent, like they haven't even announced it, and that's why nobody thinks that Ragnarok is even coming to PC. But to be honest, the evidence is out there. If they dropped God of War 2018 around the time when they announced Ragnarok, is it Sony's plan to bring the new God of War game to PC? They just wanted the original game to marinate a bit on the platform to get people interested in the franchise, then eventually buy into it when it does come to PC. Because let's be honest, the second game is coming. Why would they release the first and not release the second? It just has to do well on their platform first. So God of War Ragnarok is definitely coming to PC the way I see it. I mean, look at Spider-Man. That took forever to release, and the moment that did, Miles is coming right after it. The only reason they took forever to port all of these games to PC is because PC gaming wasn't as big as it is now. Now they realize how much potential the PC market actually has after they tested it out with just a few games. Now Sony's just releasing their games on Steam and Epic Games regularly. Sony's low-key doing the Xbox move and are trying to bring over all of their games to PC for us to enjoy, because they're making a lot of money from it. And like I said, it exposes a lot more new people to their entire network. A lot more people are going to be interested in their consoles and their games and the entire PlayStation platform because they're rolling out their games on Steam and Epic Games. It's kind of like self-promotion, and them porting games over is growing the entire PlayStation network. So it's a no-brainer to port the games over months after the hype dies out to give the whole thing success success just in a different place again. The way I see it now, Sony intends to bring over all of their exclusives without the obsessive wait time, because we only get the games after a new one gets announced. It always happens, but now it seems like the wait time's not going to be so long anymore, especially with their new Game Pass like service that they're working on. Like Xbox, players can just pay $2 to $10 a month to enjoy all their games easily. Now that I think about it, that may be their whole plan. To get people interested in their new subscription service that's going to be on PC, they're going to use the new God of War to like brand it, and that will definitely motivate people into buying it through the new subscription service on PC. God of War Ragnarok would be a perfect driving point, but that's just my prediction. Right now, all we can really do is speculate and make predictions on when the game will come to PC, because like I said, Sony is not talking about it at all. But then again, this happens every time a new console game gets announced. A new game comes around on PlayStation or Xbox, everyone's talking about if the game will come out because the last one did, and most of the time we're right. So based on everything out there, the answer to the question on if God of War Ragnarok will come to PC, I say yes, of course it's coming. I mean, the confirmation was the release of the first game on our platform. Why would they release the last game on PC and not the new one? And it's one of Steam's best-selling games ever. Like, imagine how much they made and will make if they release Ragnarok. So it's only a matter of time before the game comes out on PC, just not anytime soon. Like I said, they're gonna want to milk their exclusives. Like, Sony doesn't play with their games. Until people stop buying and playing the game, that's when we're gonna get Ragnarok. We like get the scraps of the food, the crumbs after they're all done. And looking at the numbers right now and how much people are enjoying the game, it's gonna be a little later than January, like everybody's saying. We're gonna end up getting the game like in 2023 summer, like around November 22nd. Spider-Man is the best example of this. Just a year later, we have to wait. But that's just my prediction. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like I said, nothing's official just yet. I'm pretty sure Sony's gonna come out and say something, because nobody expected these other massive exclusive games to come to PC, and they did. And sequel to games always come out, and actually they come out pretty sooner than usual to sort of milk off the original game success. That's exactly what Spider-Man Miles Morales is doing. Like, that game is coming out next week, bro. And Spider-Man Remastered came out 3 months ago, so that was an extremely fast port, probably the fastest we ever got, because usually it takes a year and a half. So who knows, maybe the same thing will happen with Ragnarok. I hope they prove me wrong and drop the game in January like everybody's been saying. I'll honestly be happy. Like, I could care less if I'm wrong. Obviously, I'm not gonna know the exact release date, just a prediction, but I know for a fact 100% the game is coming to PC. Like I said in my last video about why you shouldn't buy a PS5, at this point, all of Sony's games are just time exclusives. When the time's up and they maximize as much sales on their platform, they're gonna want to branch out and make more money elsewhere, and that's PC. Because console exclusives don't go anywhere else but PC. Because PC is the best way to play. It's become this new universal place to play all games. PC, console games, anything. Well, of course, besides Switch, because Nintendo just doesn't share. But yeah, just wanted to speak on this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Stay blue.